So I believe, in my personal opinion, that marketing is about 80% of a business, because I like to tell people, you can have the best product, you have the best service in the world, but one, if no one knows you exist, you don't have a business and you don't have a product. And two, what I also noticed working in nonprofits is this development of digital communities, and so that helps with engagement, with helping your customers understand your why, because people nowadays, everyone's grabbing for your customers' attention, and so it is your why that's going to help you, one, establish your digital community and your customer base, but also build a relationship with them, which builds longevity, helps with sales, and gets them to understand why your product or your service actually solves their problem. Social media has really kind of changed the way that businesses operate, and then with the onset of the pandemic, we kind of saw how important digital communities are. The businesses who were had the ability to move to a digital space, they did the best. In fact, there were a lot of personal care companies who fared better during COVID-19 because they had been positioned with their digital communities online to help them be more successful. So what that actually looks like is a blog and social media platforms that engage, ask your customers questions, newsletters that can also look like video. It really is about building a relationship online and giving back to your customers, caring about what they care about. So one thing that we did see with companies like Nike and different larger corporations is that when the George Floyd incident happened, a lot of companies started to pronounce how much they cared about more racial diversity and inclusion. Why did they do that? Because they know that one of their predominant customer base is African Americans, and so if you don't have the ability to join the conversation, and customers can tell when you're authentic and when you're not, then your customers, they have the ability to tell you about it. So that's kind of what that looks like when we say build a digital community. When the George Floyd case happened and there was a rise in a call to action for racial justice, there was a lot of Black beauty influencers who held corporations accountable. So after the press statement, they then said, okay, we want to see what your C-suite looks like. We want to see what your executives look like, so we're giving you 24 hours to post that. And so companies, there were a lot of companies who didn't respond, but there were a lot of companies who did and said that we're going to work more to make sure that we diversify what our decision makers look like. So that was an example of companies who were taking it a step further than the press release, and being more authentic and admitting, hey, this is something we need to work on.
Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications. And also make sure to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For all of your business news, visit businessjournaldaily.com. For all of your arts and entertainment news, go to afterhoursyoungstown.com.